What up, what up, what up, what up? Figured I'd come on here and vibe with y'all a little bit, man. See how everybody doing. Let's see, man. I'm trying to mess with this shit while we on here. Let some people get in here, man, before we decide to get this hangout going. You feel me? I was going to drop a video today, but I said, I'll just come on here and go live with y'all. I'll drop the video tomorrow, you feel me? What up, y'all? What's good with you? How's everybody doing? The comments are flying. Hey, so check this out, right? Got a couple things that I want to talk about. First things first. I want y'all to put in the comment section what y'all think about this shit we going through with Russia right now. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't really be talking about this type of shit, but I'm going to be real with you. I hope they let me suit up. Hey, if they let me suit up and go to war, that shit'll be raw. Y'all already know, bro, I'm going to be dropping vlogs and all out there. I'm going to be like, bitch, we out here in Russia right now. We taking their head off. You feel me? We over there bit putting on, boy. You know, if they pass the law to where felons are allowed to go, you know, get into that shit, I'm going to sign up, y'all. I'm going to make sure my kids are secured and safely away for a little bit. And a lot of other people won't do that shit. I do it, though. You feel me? For real. But what y'all think, though? Y'all think we finna go to war, or y'all think that shit finna blow over? Like, I know they taking volunteers and shit, but they ain't finna let no felons, you feel me? If they let felons go over there, y'all will see that probably out of all these YouTubers that claim they living like that, y'all gonna see Frog gonna be the one that go over there. Real shit. For real, for real. You know the saying, live now, die later. You feel me? That shit ain't gonna go like they say, though. But, hey, you know, the president dude over there, Putin, that dude's a smacker, man. That dude's a savage, dog. That dude will low-key send some hits. You know what I'm saying? For real, though. Yeah, I'm just over here, man, doing some editing on a couple videos. Couple video ideas that I got put to the side, man. Someone said, you ain't going, bruh. Stop capping. If they let me go, I would. So as of now, I'm capping because they ain't letting me go. So I'm not saying I'm going. If they say felons can go, someone that's been to prison, I guarantee you won't put your money where your motherfucking comments at. You won't put your money up. You don't want to bet that. You don't want to bet. You don't want to bet nothing. Yeah. Hide behind the keyboard now. You don't want to bet nothing. Because you think about it. There's so many people, you know, they say if we was to go to war with them, they say damn near every other house, like damn near every other house has firearms and people. Yeah, but you know how many people ain't finna want to use them firearms because they're felons? If they say that felons are allowed to load up and suit up and go to war to defend the country, I guarantee you we have a bigger amount. Because there's so many felons down here. There's so many felons. Literally. You see, I'm a prison channel, you feel me? So I'm gonna speak from a prison, from a convict's end. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. If they were to say that, yeah, we're taking volunteers, yeah, you can go to war if you want to defend your country, even if you're a felon, if they throw that line out there, even if you're convicted of a felony, if they throw that line out there, I guarantee you, swoop, there's going to be a bunch of more numbers that are willing to rock out and stand up for the U.S. Y'all don't think so? I think so. Because you think about it. You got people that, they ain't got nothing better to do. They're felons. They feel like there'll never be nothing in life. So they feel like, shit, this is where I could put on. This is where I could finally, I've been standing for nothing, so I'm going to die for something. You feel me? Then you got the felons that, really want to protect their family, but in their mind, they're like, damn, if I get caught, I'm going to go back to prison. So that'll make it to where they're definitely going to, want to go because they're allowed to do it. And then you're going to have the felons that want to protect their family, like I was saying, that are going to know, shit, I can get these free bodies. You feel me? I can protect my family the right way. I'm allowed to do this. They said even if you're a felon, you could come over here with us and bust some of these Russians' heads. You feel me? I see all this stuff people be putting up, talking about pray for Ukraine and all this different stuff like that. I'm going to be real with you. I'm from the U.S. I ain't got nothing against Russians or Ukrainians or whatever, but I'm from the U.S., bro. You rocking out against the U.S., it's fuck you. That's how I look at it. You feel me? For real, though. That's how I look at it. Shit, it's fuck you. That's their problem. Fuck them. Whatever happens, happens. Even though, the U.S. always, we get ourselves in the shit. You know what I'm saying? We always want to be the one that, But me personally, fuck them. That's how I look at it. It's just for real, What you said, Grub? You said U.S. is part of NATO. Yeah, I know we part of NATO. We got what? We got Canada. We got Australia. We got Japan. We got a bunch of different, shit that's NATO with us. But even though the Ukrainians want to be part of NATO, but them Russian fools talking about, boy, yeah, it ain't nothing because Ukrainian wants to be separate from Russia. They want to be their own shit. They want to be like, we ain't Russia. You feel me? Y'all do y'all shit. We do our shit. You feel me? And Russia's like, man, you got a week to respond. You got a week to respond because your ass ain't finna be NATO. You got a week to respond. Tell everybody da-da-da-da-da. And then next thing you know, they just started, They started surrounding their ass like, shit, what, you ain't finna make your mind up yet? And then that's when the U.S. came in and sent word and was like to Putin and all them, y'all better back the fuck up before you get sanctioned. You feel me? Before they start fining them and all that. And then Putin talking about, oh, they just running drills and all this shit. And then it just, pah. You feel me? Because you got to look at it. You look at it, Russia, man, they got, they got, who they got? They got Korea. They got China. They got a couple people that is on go too. So if we make the first move, they going to rise and rock out with Russia and Korea. You feel me? So they got some numbers over there now. You feel me? We got some shit over here with us as well. But I understand why Russia don't want, Ukraine to be, in NATO or anything like that. Because then there'll be, U.S. military bases will be closer to Russia. You feel me? So it makes sense, on their end. You get what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, you can look it up. You feel me? China alone's got over 2 million armed soldiers right now. They got a lot of big shit, like, connected with that Russia shit. You feel me? For real. That's how, you know what I'm saying? So it's basically, it's just like, I'll break it down like a prison term. It's just like here, if I bang and one of y'all bang and we finna get into it with each other, but then you got like 3 other gang members that are in 3 different organizations on your side. I got 3 different gang members that are in 3 different organizations on my side. So me and you got the conflict. You know what I'm saying? We going at it. So if one of mine strike first, that's going to give the 3 on your side the right to strike and, start a war amongst all the organizations. Same thing if one on your end strikes first, it's going to give me and my peoples the rights to power up and, go off of you starting it. You see what I'm saying? It's basically the same shit, but this is some like World War shit. You know what I'm saying? For real now. That shit might be deadly. I'm just being real. I done talked to some people that are in the military, and they said that they feel like it might be the end of the world for us, y'all. The end of the world? God That's crazy. You know, but you know how it is, man. People say whatever they want to say, man. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I'm rocking with the US. I don't give a fuck about Russia or Ukraine. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. That's exactly how I look at it. Fuck it. It is what it is. For real. And if there's anybody, now I met a couple people when I was in prison whose nickname was Russia. I guarantee you right now, anybody that is in Florida prison, I can't speak for anywhere else. Anybody that's in Florida prison with the nickname Russia, I guarantee you them inmates are on their ass. They having a hell of a week in there. They having a hell of a week. Because when things happen on the streets, that shit has a lot to do with what happens in prison. That's why I said, if they made it to where you could stand up and you could go to war for your country, you feel me? If they say that felons can rock, I guarantee you a lot of them stand up and go. Real shit. Because when it comes to the actions and shit that they're calling and the shots they're calling on the streets, when it comes to this war, they won't believe how bad it affects the people on the inside. Anytime there's a white on black crime, shit pops off up the road. Anytime there's something when the officers do something to somebody, shit pops off up the road. So I guarantee you, anybody who's locked up right now that claim, and their nickname's Russia because that's where they're from, I guarantee you, them inmates are handling up on them right now. So you might as well just say, attention to the world. We're about to go to war. So all you men that are out there, put your kids and your woman to the side, kiss them goodbye, strap up, let's go. You're allowed to go to war, even if you're a convicted felon. If they say that, they ain't only got knuckleheads over there. We got knuckleheads over here too, where we at. We got some people over here that been itching to catch a body. These will be free bodies if they allow that shit. That's how I look at it. For real. I'm a rock with where we from. You feel me? That's how I look at it. From my point of view. I'm a rock. For real. But they ain't gonna pass it to where felons are allowed to get involved. They gonna try to do it without us. Unless they came over here and was like running down on us, like infiltrating the US and was just coming over here to bag shit. Then they'll probably tell you, grab whatever weapons you can find and protect yourself and your family. Fuck that. Before it even gets to that, why you don't just tell us all strap up? Why you just don't say strap up? Whoever wants to volunteer, whether your ass a convicted felon or not, we got an MR over here ready for your ass to use. We got one that is ready for you. That's what I think they should do. What y'all think? You feel me? Because at the end of the day, you know, felons ain't got no say-so. Us as people really ain't got no say-so. The government will get us in the shit. You know what I'm saying? They will get us in the shit, and we ain't got no say-so about saying, oh, don't get involved. Don't do nothing. Don't say nothing. Mind your business. And then next thing you know, who is it that them other countries want to harm, and who do they want to bag? They want to bag the people. They want to bag us. You feel me? For real. So it's like you might as well just give us all the right. That's how I look at it, y'all. That's my opinion. You feel me? My opinion might be different than someone else's, but I don't care. Fuck it. That's why it's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because I know how it is. You know, we don't negotiate with terrorists in the U.S. We don't, you know, we can't keep our nose out of shit. We always get involved somehow. Somehow the U.S. always got to be the peacemaker. You know what I'm saying? Tell them, look, man, you know, stop doing this or we going to sanction you. Or whatever they got going on over there. Next thing you know, we flying over there and we dropping off food. Or we dropping off fucking blankets and pillows. Or whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? So we get involved. Not us as the people, but us as the government that's down here. You feel me? But if they passed the rule to where if any fucking war broke out and convicted felons were allowed to stand up and go to war against the ops, you know, the oppositions, I guarantee you, man, there'll be mad felons out there, that will be ready to rock. You feel me? For real. That's what I think. That's what I think. I think they should do. You feel me? We pay in the long run for it all. Explain. Explain. You seen the movie Red Dawn? No, I haven't seen that one. Shit sounds familiar though. I don't think they tell us exactly the truth sometimes, our government. Oh yeah, that's facts. That is facts. But see, y'all gotta look at it. Like Putin, the dude they got over there in Russia, that dude ain't no joke. You feel me? That dude right there, bro, he may play cool and shit for all the times that we seen him on TV. And if you look on YouTube, there's videos of him and all that. He may seem like a stand-up dude. Man, that dude is an assassin, bro. That dude ain't no joke. So it's basically like, it's chess, not checkers. Just like one of my merchandises. They'll tell us what we want to hear, and then the U.S. will forget about it. And then them boys might go ahead, nah, let's wait to this specific date and suit up and fly over there and fucking hit them. You know what I'm saying? I'm on some shit to where, like, you know, when it comes down to the problems, when it comes down to, like, a war situation, and then when you talk in these amount of numbers, and you see the allies they have, you're supposed to, I feel like we're supposed to strike and let them know, like, you better not even think about trying to strike us. That's what I think. You feel me? I feel like, because instead you think it ain't in their mind talking about what they're gonna do to us, what they would do to us, or passing their mind thinking, oh, we should go over there and, you know, strike them first. You know, we the U.S. We supposed to make them know, like, we flush that shit first quarter. You know, we got the powerful as shit, and then we go over there. We flatline that shit. We flatten it out, and then that lets the other ones who were gonna rock with them know this is what's gonna happen to y'all if y'all want to suit up also. But China got numbers. I heard supposedly they got 20-1 compared to us down here. They got 20 Chinese people, Chinese dudes to one of ours. You feel me? So it's, but in China, you know, they rock with Russia. For real, you know what I'm saying? So there's like a lot of shit, you know, like, I feel like when it's all talk from the U.S., I feel it makes us look vulnerable, makes us look weak. You feel me? We're supposed to be letting them know, yeah, it's all talk. And then the moment it seems like it's something else or they start acting bitter, bomb that shit. Send fucking 20,000 of ours out there or something. That's how I look at it, because at the end of the day, it makes us look weak. Like, they could just talk us out of whatever. You know, talk us, no, okay, yeah, we'll do it. You know, we'll fall back. And here we're talking about soil that ain't even ours. You understand? Like, that ain't got shit to do with us. It ain't like it's American land. You know what I'm saying? The U.S.'s land. That shit is somewhere else. So, like, we're already, like, in the wrong by butting into some shit that ain't got nothing to do with us. You feel me? So I look at it like, if you gonna do that, that's like provoking someone. You telling them what they can and cannot do. Stop messing with these people over here where y'all are from. You feel me? Leave these people along over here. Leave them alone. That ain't got shit to do with us or else. And then a war about to break out, and then all of a sudden we fall back. Man, I'd look at that shit like, man, let's go get these clowns, bro. What's wrong with these dudes? If I was over there, I'd be like, man, what's wrong with the U.S., bro? They ain't got shit to do with what we got going on over here in Russia between these Ukraine people. They want to put their nose in this shit. I got something for them just for even acting like they want to come for us or act like they got parts in any of that shit. We finna go over there and bomb that shit. That's how I would look at it. You feel me? So I'm pretty sure there's thousands of people over there that look at it the same way. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. So it's like, why get yourself in a situation when you ain't fully gonna rock or go to war about it? So the U.S. needs to just shut that shit down. You know, there's always been a thing back and forth amongst, you know, the U.S. and Russia in the first place. You feel me? Everybody knows, you know, we got along. There was like a peace, but, you know, there was still, you know, we ain't fought with each other. So this was bound to happen. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all knew this was bound to happen, why not just suit up and prepare? These last 10 years that we've been all right with Russia, but there's been, you know, different things going on a little bit. These last 10 years, we should have been preparing to get that shit over with, this, because we never wanted to where anyone is a bigger threat than us. Feel me? What's up, big boy? What it do? That's how I look at it. Straight up. Like, if we known for 10 years that we ain't getting along with Russia, and we knew that this shit could lead to war, why we ain't spend the last 10 years doubling up on soldiers, doubling up on artillery? Think about it. For real. You know how many people out there that would go to the military if they had the chance, but they can't because of their record? Them last 10 years that went by, they could have been shaving different charges off of, you know, your off of the list, to where if you catch that charge, you can't go to the military. And then that would have opened up loopholes for more people. They should have just been doubling up, tripling up on soldiers, because they knew this shit was going to happen one day. And then now that we're getting involved over another party, which is Ukraine, it looks like we've been wanting to go to war with Russia. That's why we're butting in over this situation. You feel me? But instead, it's all right. Yeah, y'all know what time it is. We've been not seeing eye to eye. But these last 10 years, we spent acting like we okay with each other. Man, we done doubled up and tripled up on soldiers. We ready. That's what we should have been doing. That's how I look at it. And I'm just a convict. This is from my point of view, though. You feel me? Clifford said, I love you, but maybe you should let the government do your job. It ain't for everybody. Yeah, I feel you. But would you strap up right now and go to war if they said you could? Probably not. You probably wouldn't. You feel me? If they said strap up right now, I guarantee you, out of all these people in this comment section right now, if they said strap up, you ain't got no choice but to go. I guarantee you a bunch of y'all would buck. A bunch of y'all would fucking curl with your tail between your legs. I'm being real with you. You say it's the government, right? Let them do their job. It ain't for everybody. Fuck the government. I'm talking about the people. I don't care nothing about the government. I don't care nothing about none of that shit. If they could bomb just the government and it wouldn't harm the people, then do it. Fuck it. I don't care, because I'm not the government. I'm the people. I'm a, you know what I'm saying? So we get the backlash of what the government does. The government will start some shit, will say some shit, and then they'll play it on the news. Next thing you know, we're getting attacked. They won't mention it, though, until after we've been attacked. You think about it. You think about that shit. I'm just being real. I can give two fucks about the government. I don't care nothing about that shit. For real. I don't even want to be part of the government. That's what I'm saying. The government, they like the core. You feel me? They're the core. They call the shots and everything from behind all the people. You see what I'm saying? And then whatever they say and do or bring or make happen, that shit don't get taken out on the government. That shit get taken out on the people. You feel me? Think about it. If they say, oh, we finna fly over there, we finna butt in, we finna start shit with these people, and they ain't gonna do nothing about it. When they do decide to retaliate and do something about it, who you think they gonna come for? You think they gonna go for the government? Think about it. You think they're going to just strictly go for the government? Fuck nah. They going for the people, man. They want to kill Americans. They don't want to kill the government. You feel me? Americans is what they want. Think about it. Fuck the government. That's how I look at it. Motherfuckers don't do shit for me. Never did, never will. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter if gas is 50 cents a gallon or $100 a gallon. We still going to pay it. Right or wrong? Think about it. If they make gas $100 a gallon, if they did, that's one thing that people will still have to pay. And it'll just separate the rich from the poor. It's going to make the people who can afford that shit to always have gas for their vehicles. Everyone else going to be parking their shit and walking. Literally, you think about it. I ain't no wind-up toy, you feel me? The government just blinds people. That shit's like, they just blind people, bro. Like they in the background winding you up and you the fucking, you remember them toys where you got the blue one and the red one and you hit the thing, they go like this and they hit each other when their heads pop off? That's exactly what they do. They in the background like that when we the robots. You feel me? I ain't on that shit. Fuck the government. For real. Look at it. Facts. Hey, I appreciate that donation. Let me see. I seen your comment a little bit. I appreciate that, Chill Will. You hear me? But yeah, man, I don't care nothing about that shit, man. All I know is I'm ready to rock if we can rock. That's all. Like, don't expect felons, to jump up and be willing to, protect the U.S. if they'll get arrested for it because they're a felon. Hell no. You want to fly volunteers out there, or you want volunteers to meet you somewhere down here to where, they're legally allowed to protect themselves with guns and arms and all that, then your ass supply the artillery, your ass supplying, the destination where they're allowed to do it, and I guarantee you, they'll rock. You feel me? I'd rather be involved with it and truly see and know what's going on than to be one of these people listening to the government thinking that what they're saying is what it is. It goes back to how it is in prison. You feel me? That's like believing what the warden says. You know how many times when I was under investigation for fucking stabbings, having blood on me from someone else, or under investigation for social media, all types of different things. You know how many times my peoples, my mom, rest in peace to her, you know how many times she called up there and wanted to ask why her son's inside of confinement? And you know how many times the warden or, the officer on hand at that time, you know how many times they lied? They lie. They say what they want. Your peoples come to visit to see you, and they act like they're such cool dudes and everything, and you'll be sitting there talking to your people at visit, and they'll be like, oh, that officer out front's a nice guy. Which one? Him right there. That's the guy that was so nice. And they'll point at the same officer that's beating and killing inmates. And I'll be like, you talking about him? Be like, yeah. I'll be like, hell nah, that dude's a piece of shit. Because they got a cover they don't want to blow. You feel me? That's how the government's the same way. The government's going to come on there and tell you, don't worry about nothing. We ain't got nothing going on. This and that. You feel me? We're just over here, doing this, doing that. We're trying to talk out of everything. And that shit be fake. That shit be lies. All that. You can't believe all that. It's common sense. Literally. Google ain't true. Google is true to an extent. You can look on Google. Fuck around and look up. You can look on Google. You can have a toothache, or you can have fucking chest pain, and you can look on Google, and that shit'll tell you you're gonna die. I'm lying? Literally, you'll get more than one answer. You keep looking, clicking on different links. They got it so set up, it's so brainwashed to where you look up, man, my tooth's hurting. What's wrong? And that shit will show you something else. Is your tooth hurting? You'll click on that one. Yes, it is. And then another thing will come up. My tooth hurts. I don't know. Then you'll click that one. Man, that shit got you where you're a wind-up toy. Literally, you think about it. Google is what everybody looks into if they want to look up and see the truth. But Google's got a lot of right answers and a lot of wrong answers. You ain't ever gotten a conflict or an argument with somebody about something that's said on Google? Think about it. Real shit. The government's the same way, man. That shit be all, they put out there what they want you to see, what they want you to hear. Same thing with what's on the radio. You feel me? They put on the radio what they want you to hear. It's like they the fucking, the ones, we all puppets. We grow up listening to the music they allow. We grow up watching what they let us watch. You feel me? But when that shit's too real, man, they ain't gonna let that shit be on there. For real, there's way more behind the scenes shit going on, man, than there is. Hey, I appreciate that, big boy. There's so much behind the scenes shit. So it's like, how could someone comment on here saying, leave it up to the government? It's not for everybody. Like, bruh, like how could you want to sit back and just leave it up to someone who ain't even gonna keep it real with you, who ain't even telling you what's going on? You know what I'm saying? How you know this whole shit ain't over oil? Because Ukraine's right there where they got good land. They're on oil. They got good land. How you know the Russia and Ukraine shit, this ain't all over oil? And America, the US wants their parts of money. You feel me? They want they cut, so they trying to get involved. You know what I'm saying? US might be trying to get the money first from Ukraine, and Ukraine's trying to sell out on Russia, and Russia's like, man, this shit ain't happening. This ain't what it is. You see, you never know, bro. That's what I'm telling you. You can't go off of what the government says, because they're never going to give it to you raw. Never going to give it to you raw. Literally. They're never going to give it to you raw. They're going to give you a portion. They might tell you, these people want to attack us. They're attacking these people. We need to intervene. In all reality, we intervene because we're making money with these people. They're trying to take the money from them people. It's all got money involved. You never know what it is. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of shit that's going on to where you can't just fall back and wait for us to get hit first. Either you're gonna, either you're gonna make sure you secure, the protection of everybody in the U.S., or you ain't. Or you tell everybody, look, we don't know what they got going on over there. We don't know if they finna strike, if they finna blow our head off first. So y'all strap up, get ready. If your ass want to go to war, meet us at all the damn boarding locations and just start dropping locations to where people who want to defend where they're from can. That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope we don't go to war. Of course, nobody wants to go to war. But if we do, hopefully the government allows felons, convicted felons, to go over there and suit up as well. Because y'all look at it, man. People always want to talk down on the states and look up the percentage of convicted felons in that area and all that shit. So if it's a life-threatening thing, if I got kids and I got a family to protect, just like someone who's a civilian who's never been arrested has a family to protect, but we're both Americans, then I should have the same right to go over there and go to war, just like someone who ain't been convicted of a felony should. Because you know what's going to happen? If you say, yeah, y'all can rock out, go over here and go to war. You feel me? We need y'all to all come forward and protect y'all's family. The felons, the convicts, the ex-cons are going to be the ones that want to physically get involved and do that. I guarantee you a population other than like law enforcement, obviously, or military or ex-military veterans and stuff like that. But as far as people who just aren't convicted felons and people who are convicted felons, I guarantee you there's going to be a bigger population of people who are convicted felons that would want to rock out compared to people who never been arrested, who never been involved in that type of life, who probably never even shot a gun. You feel me? They want to get on the same fucking boat and hide in the same bunker under the ground with their wife and kids. They don't want to get on the other end where the people that are going over there to rock out and go to war are. You feel me? They're going to feel like, damn, man, now I got to be a man. Now I got to go over here and defend this shit. I ain't never shot a gun before. Think about it. That's a law I feel like they should pass. They need to put that shit somewhere and stamp it to where if World War III breaks out and you're a convicted felon, you're allowed to do whatever you have to do to protect your people. That's how I look at it. That's my whole meaning of this live. This is a real spill vibe right here. And I'm just telling y'all, I don't really speak on these things, but I know though. Just because I don't speak on it don't mean I'm in the fucking blind. Trust me, I know. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the mix. I know how to read. I watch things, you know what I'm saying? I just don't watch fucking YouTubers because they clowns. But I'm talking about like the shit that's going on in the world. I know what's going on, you feel me? I'm in the mix a little bit. I know shit, but I don't speak on it that often. You feel me? But I wanted to come on here and chop it up with y'all about this to show y'all I'm not blind to what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I might play dumb, you feel me? But I ain't no fool. For real. That's how I look at it though. What y'all think? I feel like if it's such a wrong thing, because I see a lot of people, usually look at the presidents like they're wrong for sending soldiers out there, right? If that's so wrong for sending soldiers out there when they're needed, or because it's some shit we got involved in, well, if you lose your privileges and as when you're a convicted felon, if you're no longer allowed to, be, ruled as a normal person in society because you've been convicted and caught felonies and shit like that, then why not grab a bunch of them and send them out there? Think about it. If it's such a big thing that they send the troops out there, and a lot of people be against the president for that, well, shit, why not send us felons out there since we're looked down upon like we're below soldiers, we're looked down upon, like we're like the bottom. We're the bottom feeders. We're the shit eaters. We're the bottom feeders. We look down upon like we ain't normal in life, right? Like we ain't as good. So shit, our lives must not be as important as it is the soldiers. So why not just send a bunch of us out there? Give it a try. Rally a bunch of people up, put their ass in fucking boot camp training for a year, you know, while they trying to hold it from breaking out to be a war. You know, train them as much as you can for about a year and then put their ass out there. But what it is they scared the more they teach a convicted felon, the more they teach a convict, they think that it might backfire on them. I'm just being real. Like, man, we too old for this shit. You know, you ain't got to worry about them taking old convicts and teaching us everything and us betraying them and becoming the next school shooter or fucking sniping and all that. You ain't got to worry about that. All the young people are doing that, the young generations. But you need to take the older people that, you know, can't get no job. You feel me? Can't get approved. Looking for fucking houses. You know what I'm saying? Looking for loans. Can't even finance cars and shit. Can't, you know, your credit. Like all types of shit has to do with you being arrested before. You feel me? You got people that it's hard for them to get by in life just because they've been caught with a little bit of bud. They got caught with a little bit of weed. Now their life's fucked. Think about it. You see what I'm saying? So why not give these people something to make their life worth? Teach them something. Teach them what they're missing out on and let them have to say so if they want to go or stay. That's what they should do. That's how I look at it. Not saying every fucking felon should be rallied up and sent out there, you know, but give them a choice to show the same people you look down upon that you ain't let live right, that you ain't let getting approved for houses or getting approved for loans or none of this shit. Let them show you that even though, you know, y'all treated us different all these years, ever since I caught that charge, ever since I've been arrested, even though y'all treated me different after all these years and it was hard on me due to y'all, I'm still here for the U.S. I'm still here to fight on this fucking soil about my country. Right? Think about it. That's what they should do, y'all. That's how I look at it. Give them the choice to show that not all felons, you know what I'm saying, are bad. You know what I'm saying? There's people out there that commit crimes to live right. Not everybody that commits crimes is a bad person. There's people out there that commit crimes and their mind, what they were doing was for a right cause. Straight up. Whatever they did in their mind, they had a right reason for it. You know? They got that shit held against them for life. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. That's how I look at it, y'all. You feel me? Just wanted to break it down a little bit, the best knowledge I can. You feel me? But I feel like if they gave felons a chance, because we never get a chance in anything else. Even if you get your shit expunged, even if you think about it, when it comes to getting things expunged off your record, you can only get like one thing. If you got fucking 3 charges or 2 of them, and if there's no way you can file the motion or whatever to get both, if you get one expunged, then what? What's the point of getting that one expunged if the other one's going to be on your record? Think about it. They make it so difficult, so hard just because of someone being arrested. So it's like you got so many people that literally would die behind this country. You know what I'm saying? That ain't got the opportunity to do it. You feel me? Why they don't open up some new shit in the military to where ex-cons can come? Not special occasions. Because there's some people that have felonies and shit that through the special occasions and who you know and certain, you know, things written up by certain people, they'll make it into the military. I'm talking about to where anybody can go there, you know, or after a while that your shit's been, you know, you ain't been convicted in over 5 to 7 years. Or, you know, then you could go to the military. Or, you know, they got it to where there's a deadline on your age to sign up for the Marines and shit like that. They should make it to where they change that. To where you could be older and you sign up. And then, yeah, you know, like, by the time you're fucking, you know, you've been out that long to where your charges are good. And that shit done been that long ago, you could sign up. You see what I'm saying? That's what they should do. They should make it to where you could do shit like that. You feel me? Think about it. Check this out. I had got a job, right, at the Fort Lauderdale airport. Check this out, right? I got a job interview at the Fort Lauderdale airport. This was like 2.5 years ago. At the Fort Lauderdale airport, right? I was happy as fuck. I'm like, what? What is a real job? Why? You know what I'm saying? I ain't never, boy, I can't believe I got the job. They gave me my schedule that I had to go there to do my training. They gave me they gave me like a little tag, like a pin. They gave me one of them things you put your beer can in. What is it, a koozie? They gave me a koozie with the airline thing written on it. All that. I'm like, man, I got me a job, bitch. I can't believe I'm finna work at the airport. Out of all places, boy, for all finna work at the airport, right? Next thing you know, the day of training comes, they call me, and guess what they told me? Yeah, we went back through your file or whatever. We seen that they said, oh, you lied on your application. So I'm like, how'd I lie on my application? They were like, oh, you said you never been convicted of a felony. I said, that's a lie. You feel me? I said, that's a lie. You feel me? I said, it didn't even ask me that. But look, this is how it just breaks down to show you the world's fucked up. How they held it against me, right? And I didn't end up getting the job. I got fired the day I was supposed to start is when they called me. Literally. Had to go there, and they were going to give me my size. I had to tell them my sizes and everything, my clothes, all that, right? So this is how fucked up things are. So I tell them, I ain't lying. It don't even ask on the application if you've been convicted of a felony. It says, have you been convicted of a felony within the last 10 years? You feel me? And I hadn't been convicted of a felony within the last 10 years. My last felony I was convicted of was in 2009. This was in the end of 2019. I had just passed the 10-year marker. I was like 10 and a half years. You feel me? So, because you think about it, if it would have asked me, have I been convicted of a felony? Of course I would have put no and made them do their job and dig in and look into the shit. But it asked me, have I been convicted of a felony within the last 10 years? And I said no. So once they called me and they told me that, oh, I lied, this and that, I said, nah, I said, it never said, have you been convicted of a felony? It says, have you been convicted within the last 10 years? And I said, no, I haven't. It's been damn near almost 11. It was literally almost 11 years. It was like 2 months short of 11 years. Because before I even went to do the application, I looked into when I was last arrested, all this shit. You feel me? So I'm looking into it. And I told them that it don't even say what you're saying it says. You feel me? So I was like, they were like, oh, well, the decision's already been made. I said, well, shit. I said, I feel like y'all tried me. I said, so I'm going to call the supervisor or something like that. And the lady was like, well, go ahead. I am the supervisor. That's what made me want to call you. And hung up on me. I'm like, damn, see what I'm saying? All over, see? All over some shit that long ago. Think about it. You see what I'm saying? Because, yeah, I went to prison, but I went to prison on a charge from 2009. You see what I'm saying? I was on probation in 2009. You see what I'm saying? So that was a violation on top of me being set up. You feel me? So when I went to prison, my case number was 2009. You see? But it just shows, even when you try to do good, they're going to make it hard for you. It ain't like she said, oh, well, yeah, you said you weren't. She was better off saying this. Well, you said you weren't convicted of a felony within the last 10 years, but it showed you just got out of prison and such, so you ain't been out of trouble in 10 years because it'll end after you get out is when your 10-year marker would start. See, that's what she should have threw out there. But she was pushing the fact that I lied saying I wasn't convicted of a felony. And I was saying, man, you could look online right now. Your application don't even say that. You see how hard they make it? They make it hard for people who have been convicted of felonies. Just like when it comes to moving. When it comes to fucking moving and stuff like that. Different things. You know how hard it is for someone who's a felon to get a place? You know how hard it is to get approved? If your ass ain't showing down here in Florida, if you ain't showing 3 times of income, which means if it's $1,500 a month, if it's $1,500 a month for rent, they want proof that you make $4,500 a month. They want 3 times of your income. They want to show you make 3 times the rent in 1 month. So you know how hard that is right there to show proof of shit like that? Especially when you're a felon and you can't get a good job on the books. Feel me? Or getting approved when you are a felon. Literally says no convictions, no evictions. You know, that's literally what it says. No convictions, no evictions. When you look under, you know how hard it is for people to find places? It's so hard down here right now that I got homeboys and shit that are moving, that are looking for places for like $16.50 a month. And every place they're going to look at, other people are moving in for $2,000, jumping on it. They're upping the rent to the landlord because of how hard it is to get a place. If you're about to pay $16.50 for a place, and then all of a sudden someone else says, hey, nah, I'll give you $2,000 a month. Shows how desperate they are to get in. That landlord's gonna be like, shit, no matter how cool you are, you feel me? Shit, hell yeah, 2,000. That's another 350 on top of what I was gonna charge for it. You see what I'm saying? That shit's difficult. Same thing with credit. You feel me? You can have awesome credit. You can make it to where your credit's 710, 750. That shit ain't hard to do. You get your credit card, open up a credit card, start buying shit with it, and then pay it off with your debit. It ain't hard. Or you can finance a vehicle. If a vehicle's fucking 10 grand, due to you having, you know, not good credit, the interest rate's gonna be skyrocketed. So if the shit's 10 grand, you come there with 8,000 and tell them, all right, I wanna put 8 bands down and I'll pay 2, I'll finance the other 2 just to build your credit. You see what I'm saying? But even if you have good credit, and even if you have no evictions, you have that felony, you have that anything on your record, it's a no-go. I tried to use my homeboy one time to get a place. Check this out. I got denied any way possible. I got denied my way. I got denied by both my baby mamas. Boom, both them bitches couldn't help me. Denied. My old girl, denied. You feel me? My old girl wasn't no felon or nothing like that. She was just denied. You feel me? I used one of my homeboys that was in the military that had a misdemeanor weed charge that got dismissed. Literally, he had to go to veterans court for 18 months just to beat a weed charge. They gave him his concealeds back and everything. He's got his concealeds and everything still to this day. But due to that popping up under his name, I got denied to get a place. Like, it's that hard to find a place. The government makes it so hard on people. You feel me? That I feel like with this war situation going on, you know, it's time to show that even though you treat felons different from others, with this war shit going on, you might as well show that you need felons right now. You might as well show and let the felons show y'all, even though we all broke the law, broke the rules and went to prison or whatever, show that we are still part of y'all. You feel me? And let us redeem ourselves by going over here and putting whatever his name is, Putin's fucking head off with all them and get them to where they don't even want to fuck with us. That's what we should be doing. That's how it should be going. Not all this us sitting in the background and watch the government start shit with these other countries and we can't do nothing about it. Instead, they should make it to where your ass got a choice now as a felon to go or to stay. Am I wrong? Because they always throw out there the percentage of inmates who go back to prison. The percentage is high, not just down here. It's high anywhere. There's way more people going back to prison that was a prisoner than there is that's staying out here on the streets. Literally. And then it ain't just because that person's got a couple screws missing. Because even though I got a couple screws missing, I still manage. You know what I'm saying? I still pull through and make shit work. You feel me? But a lot of it's got to do with how hard it is for a felon out here. That makes it to where all they know is the easy route, which committing crimes and robbing and killing and beating people up, extorting people, you know, shit like that is easy. That right there seems easy compared to people that are trying to get a job. Getting a job, working a 9 to 5 is hard. Not just doing the work is hard, getting the job is hard for a convicted felon. See what I'm saying? Literally, getting the job is hard. Literally. So it's like that percentage that they hold against people, like, oh, there's this many knuckleheads that are going to just be reoffenders and go right back to prison and this and that, this and that. Nah, but a lot of it has to do with them not having any help or them not, you know, being able to find a job. You think about it. We go to prison right now. We get out of prison. We got kids. We got a family. You know, like, look, my old girl was sick. You feel me? You got a family, you got kids. You come home, you trying to live right. You trying to do whatever you could do to not go back to prison, right? Won't give you a job on any corner. Your people's about to get evicted. You need the money to help them stay there. You can't get no money because you can't get a job. But everywhere you go, there's people, you know, hustling, doing what they got to do. You feel me? Doubling up, flipping the shit. Then you're like, shit, you know, this seems way easier. So then you're like, all right, I'll do this till I get a job. Next thing you know, money coming in good, coming in fast. You know, you ain't even thinking about the job now. You done got your people's rent paid up and you done moved them into another crib. You got all types of shit going on. So now you're like, shit, what's the point of getting the job? Like, shit, I'm doing good just like this. Now you get caught, bam, go back to prison. They look at you like you a dumbass. They look at you like, oh, like you play this and that. What you mean? I was going to just sit out there fresh out of prison and watch my people get evicted? I was just going to watch my people get thrown on the streets? Watch my kids go without formula, without Pampers and wipes and shit? Nah, hell nah. I had to do what I needed to do. And look how long it took me to come back to prison. Because that whole time that I was out there, I was making that shit happen. Right? That's what it is. That's how it goes. You see? But a lot of times they'll throw it on the individual like he dumb. He went back to prison. That's why the percentage is so high. I know they got programs and shit that they supposed to, you know, help you. You feel me? But man, them shits ain't working. I'm being real with you. When you're in prison, when you're about to come home from prison, they got a shit that's called, what's it called? When you're, transition. Transition is when you're in your last 90 days and you're about to come home from prison. You see people walk around with that red folder, you know they're in transition, you know. But us as convicts, we don't look at it like, oh, look, he's in transition. He's trying to get his shit together or they're helping him. No. Transitions where if you need an ID, you need a social security card, you need whatever you may need, they're going to get it all for you, all your documents. They're going to get everything ready for you so when you come home, you have it. You see what I'm saying? That's what they're trying to get you ready for. Inmates look at it like, oh, he's short-terming. That's what that red envelope look like. We don't look at it like, oh, he's in transition. Excuse me. We look at it like, oh, he's short-terming. That should go right over our head, the fact that they're helping him with something. But they help work release people that go to work release. You feel me? That's when your community custody and you go to another institution and then the gate's probably like the size of the front yard, and then they make you go to work. They get you a job. They put you out there. It'd be like Taco Bell, KFC, a car wash, a restaurant. They get people jobs at work release. You know why they do that though? And the reason they help them compared to people who don't go to work release? Because work release, they take a percentage of your cut. So you're paying them rent. You're only allowed to have like 5s and 1s on you. You're not allowed to have 20s and 50s and 100s. None of that. You're only allowed to have a certain amount in your pocket. So every time you get paid, every single time you get paid, the check, they take a big percentage out of it, like rent. You feel me? But when you get released from work release later on down the line, they gonna give you that. They gonna give you your rent back. So it's like they're saving your money for you. And then they throw you back out there. Right? Okay, well, look at it this way. The people who don't make it to work release, the people who are like violent offenders, who max out, who never drop their custody to the community, they land back on these streets with nowhere to go, nobody to look to, nobody to help them. All they know is I need a job. They can't find a job? Fuck it, I'm robbing. They're back to robbing. Next thing you know, boom, they're getting in trouble. Why they don't make it to where they get everybody a job? Why you got to be just someone that goes to work release? And then once you make it through work release and they give you all your money, now you're back in the real world. You're just back out here, you know, with nothing like on you, like to where, you know, you ain't got nothing holding you back. You ain't got nothing helping you stay straight, helping you go, you know, narrow. Instead, they come out and they wreck out. They'll stay in work release 2-3 years sometimes. You feel me? Be permanent at work release and everything be fine and dandy. They get that whole chunk of money. They come home on the streets. Bam, they fuck up. Go right back. Book them, Dano. You see what I'm saying? But if they helped felons a lot, I guarantee you, if they had some type of programs to where they give all felons decent jobs, not fucking McDonald's and Burger King and KFC. Like, yeah, a job's a job, don't get me wrong. But when you're an ex-con, you know, and you're used to being up here, you know, on a street level or whatever you do in life, they're trying to give you a job down here. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to be looked at the dude that drops fries and hamburgers off in the fryers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to look at it like this is it for me. Literally, you think about it, man. I worked at Taco Bell, man, when I was 18 years old. When I was 17, turning 18, I worked at Taco Bell. I'd be damned if I go work back at Taco Bell. You think about it, your damn manager's older than you. You know, it looks like he's doing better in life than you. At least he a manager. You see what I'm saying? Like, they need to make it to where, you know, they need to make some shit to where you give them a decent job. You understand? Taco Bell and all that shit that they give inmates, that's because they're slaving them. It ain't called labor, it's called slaver. You feel me? They're giving them a job and making it look like they're doing them a favor by giving them that job. Like, oh, you're lucky we giving you this. In all reality, man, they're paying you dirt cheap and they're eating off you. Literally. That job is meant for like a kid's first job. When they're 16 or 17 years old, they should be working at a fast food restaurant like that. A little hole in the wall. Fucking Sonics rolling around on skates and shit, handing out slushies and milkshakes. No grown-ass man that just did 10, 15 years in prison should be doing that. You see what I'm saying? There should be categories. There should be brackets to where they help felons. Because if they did, they would see that it would probably reduce the crime rate. It won't stop it because you got some people out there that will work the 9 to 5 and still go to robbing people. But it'll definitely reduce it. It'll make someone feel like they got more of a chance of, you know, people don't think they're going to make it in life working at Burger King. Here I'm fucking 45 years old. Now I get out of prison. I'm working at Burger King. You see what I'm saying? And then they would see that felons ain't all that bad. They just ain't got no guidance most of the time. And then that would make it to where they'd let us rock out and go to war if this war breaks out. I keep going back to this war shit because if I hope they come out and they say something about it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. For real. Because back in the day, I remember my old boy told me when he was in prison back in the day, rest in peace to my dad too. I know he told me when he was in prison back in the day, he remembers when they would show up in there, and if you didn't have a violent crime, they would let you go to the military. They'd come in there and be like, all right, boom, 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 we're doing military sweep. And they'd call whoever ain't got a violent crime and they'd let you go. People watching this probably knew about that or heard about that before. Fuck it, you might as well take the violent people as well. Put their ass on a special ops fucking team or something. You know? Use them to their advantage. If they're American citizens and they're on this soil and they rep this shit and this is where they from, don't ban them and treat them like an outsider and don't help them in life and look like they're just a lost cause. Nah, you should instead help them. Let them go to war. Make it to where, okay, your ass committed crimes. You want to be a violent criminal? You want to do some violent shit? We're going to put you through the violentest boot camp you've ever. And if you live and make it through the boot camp, then your ass going to get to rock out and redeem yourself and pay your deed to all the shit you did when you was a knucklehead. Right or wrong? That sound right? Does that shit sound right? That's how I look at it. Like, give them a chance. Because if you think about it, someone that's a killer will be willing to take someone's life quicker than someone who isn't. And here, you know, we got this World War III shit about to pop off. I don't know if it's really going to pop, but if it does, you know what I'm saying? Shit. I'm always going to stand up for my peoples. I'm always going to protect mine. A bitch run up on me and my peoples or something like that, felon or not. I don't care if you're a felon. I don't care if you're not. I don't care if I am. I don't care about none of that. You know what I'm saying? That boy be like this in his mugshot. I'm telling you. See, that's the thing. So you got a lot of people that are felons that are going to rock out and fucking probably commit a crime trying to protect their family anyways. So you might as well just make it to where, bam, like the purge. You got 24 hours. Or, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. You might as well, because it's a rotating cycle if you think about it. So you're going to talk down on convicts and ex-cons and talk down on, you know, states and neighborhoods because of their percentage of people being locked up, right? But then the government's calling shots, doing shit to where war might break out. There might be people that are from Russia that live near you. And they're mad at the U.S. and what's going on because that's their people over there. And then what's going to happen? One day I'm walking down the street or what, and it's some dude from fucking Russia wants to talk, run up speaking that shit, and I don't know what he's saying, but I can tell by his movements he's hostile. And then next thing you know, I protect my people and break his fucking neck, start stomping him to sleep or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, then what? I get arrested. But y'all started this shit with them. The government, the same government I'm up under. So y'all just tricked me out of my freedom. Y'all just set me up for failure. Right? If you think about it, y'all just set me up for failure. Think about it. Like, I know y'all can't make a law to where it's like, okay, you can stand up for yourself and murk them if they're from Russia. I know you can't do nothing like that, but you should make it to where if this war breaks out and if anyone tries to harm you or your people in any harming manner, you can body bag their ass. They should do something like that. You have all rights and some to protect yourself. Because if not, it's like, you know, here I'm in some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, walking down the street minding my business and someone wants to run up and shit and harm me and I got my kids with me, bitch. All I see is red. I'm not seeing those numbers that the judge finna throw at me. I'm not seeing that time. I'm not seeing them priors on my record. I'm not seeing prison. I don't see none of that. I don't care about none of that shit when it comes to protecting mine. That's what I'm saying. So when you got someone that will lose it all to protect theirs, why not help them to where they can't get in trouble for it when y'all are the one causing that shit and bringing that shit towards us? Right or wrong? That's how I look at it, y'all. For real. I'm gonna chop it up with y'all in the comments a little bit, then I'm gonna wrap this stream on up. I just wanted to speak a little bit. You know what I'm saying? What up, unaffiliated? Hey, shout out to Arizona. You know, I'm unaffiliated too. That part. What up, Caitlin? But yeah, you see what I'm saying? So, like, at the end of the day, man, I don't know what's going to happen with this whole situation with Russia. But I know that gas is like $5 fucking a gallon down here right now. See what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy because it's like, you know what I'm saying? Fuck it. Oh, you said you did 3 years out there. Segregation is out there. Yeah, we ain't got no segregation over here. We all in there. You gonna have all types of different. It don't matter your race. It don't matter your gang. It don't matter your age. It don't matter your crimes. They're all mixed in the same cells. All that shit. Hey, I appreciate that, Joey. Nick said Biden is ruining this country. See, I see a lot of people be saying that shit too. You feel me? Now a lot of people wish we had Trump in office. I don't care about none of that shit. I don't care who we got. I don't care. I said this shit back when the last thing was going. Fuck them both. I don't care. I don't care. Because at the end of the day, it's like Biden will do 50% decent with this and then 50% trash on this end. And then you'll get Trump. He'll do the other 50% will be better to top where Biden lacks at. And then it'll be trash where Biden's doing. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's how it is. You feel me? So it's like he's saying left, he's saying right. Oh, okay, I want him because he's saying left. Well, then the other dude's going to say left and he says right. Nah, bro, that shit's just. Man, I used to read, when I was in the county jail, before I even went to prison, I used to read shit on the Illuminati and all this shit. And I used to get this shit all sent in, and I used to read it. I'd make my people go on Google, because you weren't allowed to get books at the time, but you were allowed to get 10 pieces of paper in one envelope. I'd make them go on Google, type in Illuminati, click on that bitch, and just print it out. And it'd be like 100-something pages. And then I'd get like 15 to 20 envelopes at a time, and I would read into that shit. And they've been broke it down and all that shit to where when it comes to that election shit, they already know who's gonna win. They just want the people to feel like we have some part of it. We gotta feel like we're part of the thing. See what I'm saying? Now, these last couple years, I don't know if that's accurate. You know, I don't even know if it was true from the get-go. But you'll see shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really give a damn about none of that shit. Because like I said, the gas could be $1 or it could be $50 a gallon. We're still going to have to pay it. People are still going to pay it. Even if they're bitching and hating it, they're still going to pay it. See what I'm saying? They're still going to pay it. You feel me? And no matter what they show us, there's always going to be some shit they don't show us. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit. There's so much. It's like being a part of something. It's like being a part of something that you don't know the truth of. Think about it. Well, I don't know if everybody watching is, but I'm in the U.S. I'm part of the U.S. This is where I'm from. Might not be from the same state as everybody watching, but I'm still part of the U.S. You know what I'm saying? And then what? We don't even know the real, true outcome of what the fuck they got going on that takes place from the U.S. Like what? We just think everything's... We look at all the small shit, like the gas prices and shit like that. We just peep the small shit that's around us, but we really don't know what's going on with the higher powers over there. That shit's just... It's mind-blowing, bro. Straight mind-blowing. Fuck all that shit. You feel me? That's why I say we're wind-up toys. They put on the radio what they want us to hear. You feel me? You think about it. You know what I'm saying? They'll put bad music on there and people start breaking the law because of the music they grew up listening to. It's like an illusion. They say that the world without Illuminati, they say the world without Illuminati would be like, act like everything you ever known or however you grew up and everything just didn't exist. No radios, no TVs. No matter how you look at it, it's entertaining, but they got that shit there for a reason. It's deep, real deep. You feel me? Nick said, Frog, who you got if Trump and Biden ran the fade? I'm going to be real with you. Trump going to paint Biden, man. Boy, hey, you know Trump in the Hall of Fame or the WWF shit. If you look up WWE, Trump's in the Hall of Fame, boy. I remember when Stone Cold stunned his ass. But still, he's in the Hall of Fame of that wrestling shit, man. Paint Biden. Biden already got, like, breathing problems. You feel me? Trump will go out there and paint that shit. For real. Like, oh, shit. That boy Trump done rock bottom Biden. Landing on his chest. Fucking caved in his rib cage and his all that shit. Now he can't breathe. That'll never happen, though. Them boys, they be suing people for looking at them wrong. Oh, you still looking at me? I'm suing you. Them boys will never be able to touch each other. Right? Hey, they so lucky, though, that they ain't got, like, to where you can do mods that much anymore on certain games. Because the games I be playing on my gaming channel, if y'all don't know about that, Kfrog Gaming, the games I be playing over there, boy, if I could do some modding, I might fuck around and make Trump a wrestler and Biden a wrestler and have them boys in there fucking rock bottoming each other and shit, people's elbow. Get them in the pedigree and shit, crossface crippler, all that shit, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, they made it to where certain games you can't add mods to it no more. You feel me? Like the main game I be playing, Dead by Daylight, I wanted to run around as Pickle Rick. I was finna try to act, I was gonna be Pickle Rick running from the killer in the game I be playing in. You feel me? But they done stopped, they closed all the mods in Dead by Daylight. You feel me? But that shit would be cool to see them two go at it. I'm just being real, you feel me? An old presidential cage match or something. Hell in the Cell, presidential Hell in the Cell. You feel me? With the fucking bottom ring, get the fucking White House painted on it. So when you're up there and you slam them through, bang, 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 through all three cages, they land on top of the fucking White House or something. But all right, y'all, I'm going to wrap this stream up, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I was going to drop a video today, but I said, nah, I'm going to go ahead and go live because I ain't went live in a minute. I ain't went live since the night my mom died. You feel me? That was Valentine's Day. So I figured I'd come over here and chop it up with y'all. You know what I'm saying? See what it do. Give y'all my real spill on this whole. You know, I get messages from people on Instagram all the time. They're like, "What do you think about Russia? You should do a video on Russia and all that." I don't care about none of that shit. But you know, after I get enough messages, eventually, you know, I decided to come on here and I'll just go live so I can put my chest out there and speak to y'all and let y'all see how I truly feel about it. Feel me? Fuck them. If we got to go to war, I don't care, Russia or not. I don't even care about China or North Korea. I don't care about none of them. You feel me? But it's just, you know, I'm a felon, so I'm only eligible of doing a little bit of things. You feel me? But if they lift that to where felons can go over there and put their motherfucking heads where their ankles are at, then I'll be one of them ones that'll be down. And I swear to God on everything, boy, I'll be recording while I'm out there and all. Like, yeah, bitch, we over here. We just knocked 4 Russians fucking heads off. Look at them, y'all. You feel me? I told y'all if they let me come out here, y'all finna do this shit. I told y'all. I told y'all this shit. Da-da-da-da. You feel me? But they won't. You know what I'm saying? But all right, y'all, I'm gonna wrap this stream up, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I'll be streaming on my gaming channel later tonight. For those that don't really know about it, we go live over there almost every night. Sometimes my schedule is more fucked up than others, but it's a live just like this, but the game's in the background. I'm playing the game as I'm chopping it up with y'all. You feel me? We talk about all types of different shit. You feel me? And it is what it is. I see someone say you're going to get killed like that. That's all right. It be like that. Fuck it. Live now, die later. And you see the bullet hole in the head? You see the difference? Die later. Fuck it. It is what it is. Everybody got a number and a date. You feel me? But all right, y'all. I'm going to holler at y'all, man. Y'all take it easy.